Hey folks and modelers, I'm back again for another update, and today unfortunately it's not gonna be the final chapter yet because I have not finished the planes on the Kitty Hawk, and today I will bring you the progress of on the planes that I'm working on. And the reason why I'm doing an update today is because I think I'm gonna take much longer time to complete all of this. It's been about a month now since my last update, and I thought I would finish this in a month, but I have still not done decals, so I thought I'd just show you some updates today. So far what I've done on all the planes, basically I have completed everything, and I have painted it, and I have done gloss coat. So actually my next step is decals, but looking at the number of decals, which I think I'll show you. So I have that much decals which still needs to go. So instead of waiting for another month to give you the final chapter on the completion of the CV63 Kitty Hawk, I thought I just show you a little bit on my progress, and just give you just explain a little bit on what I've been doing. So over here I got, I think, total of 35 jet aircrafts, and actually two helicopters here, and so I'll try to show you probably one by one. I have the okay, maybe the first I will show you the Hornet. So yep, that is the Hornet. And okay, I have done some extra things on these aircrafts, which is I'll just hang on, I'll just flip this over. Like this. And okay, so what I've done is, okay, I'm gonna zoom in now. I have actually added I've added these landing gear opening, landing gear covers, maybe that's what you call it, on these planes. And I use the I can't remember the thickness, maybe it's 0.2 millimeter. So I've added the covers, landing gear covers, on all the planes. It looks, the plane looks really awkward if there's no covers, because the landing gears are like quite long, and it just looks awkward. So I had to put the landing covers to make it look better. And let me show you the F-14s. So the F-14s have really long landing gears, and without the landing gear covers, it's gonna look really weird. In fact, it still looks a bit weird because it's not supposed to be just one. It doesn't look like that, I guess. But I think with the landing covers, it looks slightly better. So I've done that on all the planes, and this is an F4. So you can see that there are landing gear covers. Just put it down here and zoom in. And for the Corsair, it looks like that. And same goes for the Hawkeye. It's really small. Basically, you just need to cut up the plastic cards and stick it. And since I don't have the MK1 photo etch sets, which comes with all the landing gear covers, you know, I just had to use plastic cards. And this is the Prowler. So I have that done, and I did another extra thing, which but only for certain jet aircrafts. For example, like for this F-14, I managed to cut up the canopy and put it in an open position. Most of the aircrafts on the ship, usually if I look at the photos, the canopy is always open. I'm not sure why. And the F4s, Phantoms, I couldn't cut them up because I think you know that for F4s, the front and the back canopy are separate, so it's just too tiny to cut them up, so I couldn't cut that one up. And since the F4 Phantoms, Tomcats, the Corsair, and the C2 Greyhound are additional kits which I bought by Trumpeter. It comes with a separate canopy, but for the original jet aircrafts that came with the kit, like for example this Prowler here, these are molded in one piece, so there's no way I can cut this up. And even if I did, it would be a bit solid inside, so it probably won't look good. And the F-18, I did imagine, if I cut it up, but it's just gonna be too much work and I don't think it's gonna look good, so I didn't cut this up. So for the Corsair, you can see that I have cut up the canopy and opened it. So these are the extra things which I have done. And okay, this is the C2 Greyhound, and you can see that the landing gear covers up there. Okay, so another extra things which I did was, for example, if you look at this C2, I have this part. This is not painted, this is actually a decal, and same goes for the red part here. These are all decals, but I painted here, and these black lines I have painted it. So what I did was I took some old decals, and I just cut it up to do this part here. I've checked some photos, and yeah, they do have this. I think these are, you know, something like walkways for maintenance purpose, I think. And the greyhounds, I have it all here. So I have 5 of these. And after this, what I'm gonna do is I'll have to do all the decals on each and every one of the planes, and then probably I'll spray another gloss coat on it, and then do some weathering. And then there is another work, something else that I have to do. So these separate kits that I bought comes with the option of, you know, like this is a folded wing, and the Corsair, the wings can be folded, and same goes for the Phantom. So I've folded the wings, but for the trumpeter kit, only the Hawkeye comes with the wing separate, so you can actually fold it. So what I'm gonna have to do is for the Prowler, the F-18, and what else? Yeah, maybe just, oh yeah, for this Greyhound. Okay, Greyhound is a separate kit, and it didn't come with the wings separately. So what I'm gonna do with this Greyhound, Prowler, and the Hornet is I'll have to cut up the wings and fold it. So there's still quite a bit of a work to do, but I'm gonna cut it after I have completed the entire thing, because if I fold it now, I think the decals are gonna be really difficult to stick. So I'm just gonna stick everything and finish it up, including weathering, because when it's folded, I think it'll be difficult to weather it. So I'm gonna have to cut it up and fold it, so there's a lot of work. And for the Hawkeye, I have actually already, I decided to put this in the, you know, like takeoff position, so I stick the wing there, and but the other one is gonna be in a folded position. So I have actually painted all these, including the propellers, and okay, let me just put this here. I'm gonna gonna zoom in a bit, so I think you can see that the propellers are all painted. And by the way, I did a lot of hand painting on these planes. So what I've done is, after I assembled it, I just for those which have the canopies already attached, I just masked the canopies area. I've done airbrush on both the top and bottom. And then, of course, you know, after I take off the masking, I have to actually paint the frames, the canopy frames. So the canopy frames are all hand painted, because I think some people, they do, I can't get this to focus. Some people do masking, using masking tapes on these, but for me it's just too small, and I just did a freehand. So you can see the canopy lines. And yeah, there was a lot of touch-ups that I had to do. And also for some of these white colors on the flaps of the F-14 and the Hawkeyes, those are all, yeah, hand painted. So I think you can see that the paint is not so smooth. Okay, I have done one decal today on this Seahawk. It's just too small for me to hold it. So, yep. So this is what I've done today. And just for this thing, it took me like an hour. So, you know, I think the rest of the planes, if it takes me an hour each, probably I'll need, I don't know, many days to do this. That is why I'm doing an update. Otherwise, it's gonna be easily another month before I can show you guys anything. So yeah, so I've been doing a lot of things. It's a lot of work, but it's not difficult, but it's a lot of work. You know, compared to the photo age was difficult. This is not so difficult. It's just a lot of painting, a lot of decal, a lot of touch-ups. So yeah, that's, you know, it's taking up a lot of time, but yeah, I enjoy doing it, and it's fun. And if you remember in my earlier updates on this Kitty Hawk, the planes that I put in the belly of the ship, in the hangar deck, those are all painted in gray. And yeah, at that time probably I did, you know, maybe I was in a hurry, or I didn't think if I should paint it like this. Because the C2, when I did some research, the colors basically like this. It's white on the bottom, on the top, But when I look at this, it was all gray. Maybe there's some versions that it's all in gray. So it all depends on, you know, the time era of the planes. Because I know that for example, like this phantom here, these markings, the paintings are from back in the 60s, 70s. And the later paintings and markings are mostly gray, which is why trumpeters marking the color codes here are all in gray. And yeah, it's just two tones of gray, the top and the bottom's lighter gray. So, but anyway, my build is a mixture of era from, I don't know, from the 60s until the 2000, until the ship was decommissioned. So you get a mixture of these, you know, these color markings and this kind of markings, which in reality, of course, you know, and usually you will never find a Corsair is something back from the 60s, 70s. So you will never find this in the combination with the Super Hornet anyway. But it doesn't really matter because you know, I'm trying to depict the ship in a timeline era over the period of, you know, over 40 years. So yeah, so this is where I'm at. And so next up, I think my next chapter will definitely be the final chapter. I'm gonna finish this up. I'll put it, you know, arrange it on the ship, and then I'll do another video to show you again the finale, the completion of the ship. So hopefully I can probably do this in about a month, and I'll come back to you guys again. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and all the extra things that I've done on the planes. And until the next time, happy modeling and take care. Right? Bye.